Okay, I'm going to start with some simple notation. You can see here I've got three measures with some chords notated on them. There's no information about what those chords are, and let's assume that I'd like to play them. Now, we already know that it's quite easy to just play with the piano. I can just hit the play button. Okay, very nice. It shows me how to play the chords on the piano. What about the guitar? To use the guitar, in version 2 of Symphonix we've added some new views. If you press the pad button and have a look, you'll see there's now a tablature button, and if I push that, I have two modes, guitar fret and guitar tab. Now let's start with guitar tab. And what tab does is it shows me the notes that are in the top part of the screen and puts those notes at the bottom part of the screen represented in tablature. So from there you can see the notes that correspond, or the frets that correspond to the notes in the top part of the score. And when I play it, obviously you can see that the notes update as it plays. So in this way it's quite useful, particularly for some sort of melody line or picked guitar piece, where you can slowly work your way through the song, see the tablature, see how it relates to the other notes, and if you like, highlight a measure and just play that measure and then see how it would fit into the overall score. But of course, for a guitar player who's learning, tablature might not be good enough. It might be very difficult to look back and forward between tab and the guitar, and that's where the guitar fret view comes in. With fret view, it is just a guitar fret. I can actually touch on the different frets and play the notes, and you may notice that there's a little bit of magic going on here where it is putting some sustain on the notes as well. So if I like, I can strum. And obviously I've got my instrument set up as a piano. I can easily change that. So let's make this just a clean guitar sound. Okay, so now I have a guitar. Now I'm going to play the chords again, and this time you'll see the fret update. Now it's much more useful as a guitar player. I'm seeing which notes to fret on the guitar. I'm also seeing the name of the chord as it plays, so it's done some discovery for me and it's showing me which chords to play. So one of the things you'll find with MIDI files in particular is that a lot of them are scored from piano, or they're pushed in from fairly simple sheet music, and it means that sometimes from a guitar playing point of view, the music doesn't really work well for a guitar. You can come up with combinations that are difficult or impossible to play, simply because for a piano it's not a concern. You can play any number of notes easily, whereas on a guitar you're limited to 6 notes in a very particular order. With fret view, you can see the chord name as it plays, and what that means is you actually, even though the notation or the fret display might not be good for the guitar, because you know the chord name, often a guitar player will know how to play that chord. So this makes it much easier. Instead of looking at the detail, you can just look at the chords that it's using, put your finger on the guitar in the position for that chord, and you'll be pretty likely to be able to play the particular piece of music. We found this to be an incredible tool for learning guitar, being able to take an established song in and see how it's fretted, see how it plays. Doesn't get it right all the time because obviously with a guitar the same note can appear in many different places on the fret, so that can make it very hard for the computer to actually fret it properly. But by having the chord name there as well and having it update in real time as the song plays, you can correlate between the sound, the notation, the tablature, and the chord name itself and the fret position. So all of those things come together and make it a powerful learning tool.